Someone said, what do you mean Britain's face is changing? So, you know, like how a lot of people, they complain, oh, um, I don't recognize this town anymore. This town's gone to pot. That's why I hear these people in this Northampton place say, I don't recognize this town anymore. This town's gone to pot. Or they say it's a shithole now. Basically, when people that look like this wall here say the area has gone downhill and it's a shithole, it's got nothing to do with the crime, it's got nothing to do with the drugs, it's got nothing to do with prostitution or employment's down by 50%. It's all to do with people that don't originate from here coming over here. That is the baseline for their reason for an area going downhill and becoming a shithole. This is the reason why a lot of these people have voted for Brexit. It ain't got nothing to do with the economy or any laws or anything like that. Keep the scum out. Yeah? Keep the scumbags out, in their opinion. So, yeah, they think, you know, the town's going downhill and that simply because they just don't like the people that they see walking around. But it's funny. Funny enough, yeah, look, so I just asked Jada, yeah, why she's got the German flag on her profile. Now, she said because she found out she's got German ancestry. Do you understand? Everybody watching this right now, yeah? Everybody watching this right now. The reason why you look the way you look right now is because if you go far enough back in time, someone came from another land to another land and mixed with the people there. Everyone. Unless you're from the Ras Clark Sentinel Island or you're from some remote village in Angola or the Congo. Everybody is mixed. It doesn't matter. Even if you have to go back 100 generations, everybody is mixed. The reason why you look the way you do in this physical form is because someone went from somewhere to another. So at that point, at some point, when some people started coming over to another place, the local people were thinking, oh, well, this place, this area is changing and that. That change created you. But people are so dumb, they can't see further than their fucking nose. That even like the people then that look like this, yo, you got people, I think the Anglo-Saxons are originally from, is it Denmark or somewhere? Someone put down where the Anglo-Saxons are originally from. Somewhere in Europe. So, yeah, if you're English, you're not even technically like the original people. Like, bro, there'll be people that come over from different places as well. Someone put down in the comment section where the Anglo-Saxons are originally from. Unless you was the original people from there. Like, even me, I got a little bit of Chinese in me. When I was on the podcast the other day, I told the host that, yeah, I got Chinese in me. He said, yeah, you know, I can actually see it in your eyes, you know. Yeah. And imagine, yeah, the Chinese people, the Jamaicans at the time, like, the Chinese boy, them will come over and take away our jobs and them things there and that. Yo, the reason why I look this way is because, you know, I've got a little bit of Chinese in me. And I wouldn't appear in this physical form if I didn't have a great-great-grandfather that came over from Hong Kong. So, yeah, embrace people coming over and that. Or else you wouldn't look the way you do right now. The original Turks. See, everyone thinks Turk means, shish kebab man, Mediterranean kind of looking, black hair. Blood. The original Turks were Chinese looking people. Like Mongolian looking people. They're the original Turks. Yeah? But the face of Turkey is a lot different now, isn't it? The face of Turkey looks like people with Mediterranean, sort of Arab sort of descent. Like, you don't need to do more history and like do a little bit more research into history and geography and that. Yo, a lot of countries, they shift borders. Me and Nadia was watching one thing the other day about the fall of the Soviet Union. We only watched half of the 2-hour video. We need to watch the other half. And basically, obviously, she's half Polish and that. So Poland, they've lost their country and got it back and whatever and that. So the borders have shifted, yeah? some parts of Poland, you know, like back in the day, were probably technically Germany and that. I was saying to Nadia, there's certain people that think like, yeah, I'm certified Polish blood. Hold on a minute. If we go back far enough, that part that these people were claiming that they're Polish and they're from, technically was a part of Germany. Like it originated as a part of Germany. It became Poland 1,000 years later, but originally it was German. So what the hell is your actual nationality if the borders keep changing? There's a town in England that's on the border of Scotland. At some point in history, it was a part of England. Then it was a part of Scotland. Then it was a part of England. It kept on changing. So if you was born there, what are you really? Are you Scottish or are you English? I know a girl, I was saying this to Nadia the other day. I know a chick called Priya. Yeah. So in Africa, on the East Coast, Tanzania, Kenya, around them sort of sides there, they got a lot of Indian people. Yeah. There was one girl from my school as well. She's from Tanzania, but she's just straight Indian. Yeah. So this girl I know called Priya, she didn't go to my school. She went to Taekwondo. Well, no, I used to talk to her from Taekwondo. I met her at a different club. But anyway, I said to her, where are your parents from? Like, she's like, oh yeah, my parents, well, my great grandparents came from India, but yeah, my mom and dad, they were born in Tanzania and Kenya and that. So if you know anything about Indian history and that, back in the day, there was no Pakistan and there was no Bangladesh. It was just British India, yeah? So I said, you know when your great grandparents left, because basically British India split into Pakistan and Bangladesh in like 1940 or something like that. So very recently, yeah, really and truly, yeah. Only like 85 years ago, really, yeah. Obviously, her great great grandparents left India and went to Kenya hundreds of years ago and that, yeah. I said, your grandparents that left, if they went back to where they left and where they came from originally, where would that be in the continent of Asia? She said, you know what? She said, because I was sitting at the table with them. She was with her little brother and that. She was like, you know what? If our grandparents went back to where they came from, we might actually technically be from Pakistan. Understand? So are they from Pakistan or are they from India? The point is borders change. So a man said, I can see it. Yeah, a lot of people might think I bun weed or I'm high. Nah, man. I got Chinese in me. So, but to be fair, I get the Chinese from my mum, but my mum ain't got Chinese looking eyes. I used to have proper Chinese looking eyes when I was younger, but they opened up a bit now. I can see a bit better. Even like with Nadia, yeah? So I bought Nadia the DNA test. So she would just claim to be half Polish, half Iraqi. When she done the DNA test, it came up with like, I don't know. Let's say the side that she thought was supposed to be just Iraqi, it was like half of it was like Iranian. She was like, a bit confused. I wasn't confused. I know why. Because Iran and Iraq are next to each other and they've had a lot of wars going on in those countries. Of course, people would have fled from one place to another. And when they got to this new place, they probably lied and said, yeah, I'm this. Very simple, not hard. And I swear, I even asked Nadia, where are your families from in Iraq? Are they close to the Iranian border? And I'm sure she said, yeah. I mean, that was a very easy one to work out.